Hey, everybody, it's Janelle from the Boys and Girls Clubs of Western Pennsylvania. I hope you're having a good day. These days, more than ever, we're spending a lot of time on our devices, whether it be our computer, our cell phone, or an iPad or a tablet of some sort. And usually, when you're using these devices, we sit in a similar position, and that is shoulders hunched forward and head dipped down. Now, the problem with sitting in a position like this over a prolonged period of time is that it can cause a lot of extra tension and stress throughout our neck, throughout our hands, our arms, and really throughout our entire body. So, what I want to share with you today are some simple desk stretches that you can do intermittently throughout the day for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. You'd be shocked if you just take that little break to reconnect with your body and do these stretches. You can relieve a lot of stress and tension. The other thing I forgot to mention is that whenever we do these kinds of activities repeatedly over time, they have the potential to cause something called a repetitive stress injury. So we want to avoid that, and we want to avoid text neck, which I'm sure many of you have probably experienced some of the symptoms of. All right, so a few reminders before I show you these simple stretches. You want to make sure that you're sitting somewhere comfortably. You want to breathe naturally during the process. If it's causing you a labored breath or any kind of pain, you want to stop. The stretch should feel like a release of tension. It should feel good. So if at any point it starts to feel bad, just stop and reset. All right, so the first stretch that we're going to do is for your hands. And all you're going to do is put your hands in front of you and you're going to bend them at the knuckles and you're going to hold them. You're going to hold them for about 5 seconds. After that 5 seconds, then you're going to want to stretch your fingers out as far as possible. It's pretty simple. You can hold that for about 10 seconds. I'm going to go back and forth between those stretches, maybe 2 to 3 times. Okay, the other hand stretch that I'm going to show you is you're going to put your hands out in front of you and you're going to push them up like you are either telling somebody to stop or you're pushing a wall. And you want to hold that stretch for about 10 seconds. 1, 2. You can really feel that stretch also in your forearm underneath. Now, after you hold that stretch for about 10 seconds, you're going to want to drop your hands down and hold those for about 10 seconds. You can repeat that stretch maybe 3 to 5 times, whatever you're comfortable with. All right, the next stretch I'm going to show you is one to help relieve some tension in your shoulders and your neck. You're going to take your hands, you're going to clasp your fingers together, and you're just going to put them behind your head, still clasped. Then take your elbows and stretch them back, almost like you're making your shoulder blades touch each other. And you're just going to hold that stretch and you're going to feel that release of tension, mostly in your shoulders. You can hold this for about 20 seconds. All right, the next stretch also requires you to clasp your fingers together. You're going to put your fingers together. You're going to turn your hands out so that your palms are stretched out in front of you. And you are going to push. You don't want your hands to go low. You don't want them to go too high. Try to make sure that your arms are reaching straight out in front of you. And you don't want to hunch your neck down because that defeats the purpose. You want to keep a nice straight neck. And don't forget to breathe. This one feels really good. You feel the stress release in your arms and in your neck. So those are just a couple of examples of stretches that you can do throughout the day. There's a ton more. I'm going to attach a resource so that you can see all the different computer and neck stretches. I hope that you all take the time to check in with your body throughout the day and make sure that we're breathing deeply and releasing that stress and tension. All right, see you next time.